Hello everyone.
Today we're gonna see how we can apply different kinds of joins into Alteryx. Alteryx is comparatively new tool into the market, and especially the beginners who have just started using Alteryx, they are getting confused while applying the different kinds of join condition. Applying normal inner join is quite straightforward into Alteryx. We have this join tool and we can simply drag and drop and use it, but sometimes beginners are facing issues or are not comfortable with full outer join, left outer join, or right outer join because it can't be directly achieved from this join tool. So we are going to cover how we can do the inner join, left join, and normal joins into the Alteryx. For this example, I'm gonna use this sample superstore file, which is readily available onto the internet. You can just go on your browser and search for sample superstore file. You can easily get a CSV file or a XLSX file, or even in different kinds of format, these files are present. This file has a order ID details, all the orders placed, their order ID, their prices, sales, addresses, and all those things. We have people table over here, which tells which region is headed by which person, and then there is a returns table which tells out of all these orders how many orders got returned. Obviously you can see over here that there is a lot of records getting duplicated. You can clear the duplicate records from here also, or you can use duplicate tool into Alteryx and clear over there. We'll clear those records into Alteryx only. We'll remove these duplicates into Alteryx only. Just for our validation, let's see how many unique records are there. So I'll just click select all, remove the duplicates, do OK. So only 297 unique values are there. So out of 801 values, only 297 unique values are there. Just do OK. So yeah, 297 unique records are there. I'll just do Control Z and let the file as it was. So now we can see the total number of records is around 800, and out of which only 200 something records are unique. Rest, there's a lot of duplicacy over here. In order ID, there is in this orders table there is no duplicacy, so we need not to worry about this one. Now let's try to do the joins. I want to join the order tables by returns tables so that I can find that which particular order got returned. So here I can see this particular order. Let's see the order details over here. So I'll just apply the normal filter to see, and let's check whether this order is present over here or not. Yep, this order is present. So it has again four order IDs, four same order IDs, but obviously the products are different. So that's why the product ID, you can see these are the different. So in the same order, there is a four products, and that's why we have a four duplicate order ID. So here having four duplicate order IDs, it makes sense because ultimately these four records are different, just the order ID is same. But the duplicacy over returns it doesn't make sense because it should have only one order ID, and yes. So basically we want to check out of all these orders, how many orders got returned, yes and no. So we need to join these orders tables and returns tables to know how many orders got returned. So that's what we're going to do into the Alteryx. So first of all, I'll take the input data. In the input data, simply go on your data connection properties, go into the files because we want to use a normal file, Excel file. Simply go to that location and drag and drop, either drag and drop or just browse and select that file. Because I have already used this file, so I have this into my recent connections. I'll just click over this and import this file. Because both of our data set are into the same Excel file, so we need to select the sheet. So first of all, I'm selecting the orders sheet to get the orders data. Simply do OK. And I can see the records sample over here. I can see which sheet is being pulled, what kind of Excel file it is, and all these properties. Now, second, I need to get the returns table. Unfortunately, from a same, even if these two records are into the same file, in the same file but two different sheets, you cannot call them in a single input data, you have to call this input data again for the second table. So I'll just copy this input data again. And again with the browse option, I'll select the same sample superstore file. But this time, instead of selecting order sheet, I'm going to select for the returns sheet. So from the drag and drop down, I'm going to select the returns sheet. Do OK. And we got the sample data. Now the two files are present. Now we need to make them join to get the information from both the files. Before proceeding on to the joins, we know that in this returns table we had a duplicate record. So to get rid of duplicate record, I'm going to use this unique tool. Remember that whatever tools I'm showing over here, these all are added into my favorite. So it's possible that when you open the Alteryx, these are not present over here. Most of them are already added in your favorite, but still, if it's not, then let me tell you that this unique will come from the preparation. The unique is present into the preparation tool. Somewhere here it is. Okay, you can mark it as star so that it goes into your favorite. And the joins and other kind of unions and these things are present into the join tab. Again, I have marked this union and join both as a favorite, so they all are listed into my favorites. Now since we have a duplicate record, I'll simply use this unique field to get rid of the duplicate records. This unique tools give me two options to set to get only the unique records or to get the duplicate records. So obviously I want a unique record, so I'll just use this unique, and we'll also do the validation whether it again shows the 200 records instead of 800 or not. Now once you have sorted for the unique data, there is no need for having a unique data, so I'm not applying any unique over here. Now we need to join them. So to join them, it's very straightforward. Just drag and drop the join tool. Okay, one thing I missed, and that's why it's showing as red marked. So when you are sorting unique, just like in Excel, you tell that on the basis of which column I need to find the unique. So similarly here also I need to select on what column I want to find a unique record. So obviously I'll select all so that whole row can be treated for the unique entry. So I'll just select all. And after selecting these column names, it will become a valid input. Now after that I need to join these two things. So I'll treat my orders tables as a left table and I'll link it with the left input. And similarly this unique records, whatever the unique records I'm getting from the returns, I'll treat it as a right table and link it with the right input. Once you have linked with a left and right table, after that you need to tell the join condition. So in both the tables, order ID are unique column or unique identifier. So using these order IDs, I'm joining the left table and right table. I'm joining the returns tables and orders tables. Because the names were same in the both sheets, so it has automatically joined them on the basis of order ID. Now once that's done, from here it shows all the columns coming from the left table and similarly all the columns coming from the right table. So only two columns are present into the right table, so only two columns are coming. Order ID I'm already getting from the right table, so no need to show order ID twice. So I'll simply remove this thing. I'll just want returns information yes or no. I don't need to repeat order ID, so I'll just untick this one. So once that's done, let's quickly run this workflow. When you run the workflow, Alteryx tells how much records got processed over here, sent over there, then how much records processed from here and sent over there. It also tells the size. So total 9,994 records from here, from this main table, went to over here. From this tables, 800 records were there, and out of 800, at any stage you can see how many records are going there. So if I want to see how many unique records I got, just click onto unique, and you can see that 296 unique records are there. So again, this working completely fine. We did our validation and the result is same as per our validation, and duplicates are being rejected. So if you want to see your duplicate records, just click over here and the 504 duplicate records are displayed. Also, you can always click onto this message and then it will show the message achieved from this particular stage. If you click just onto the blank area, it will show all the steps which it has followed. So it connected with this files with 9,994 records. Then it connected with the returns file with 800 records, out of which 296 unique got passed over here. And then finally, these records got joined and 900 around 9,194 records are unjoined from left and 0 unjoined from the right. What this means? This means that if I click onto the left condition, left join, so this doesn't shows you the join. Actually, sometimes people get confused that this is showing me left join, this is showing me inner join, and this is showing me right join. No, it doesn't work like this. Left simply shows how many records which were present into the sample superstore but are not present over here. So these are the leftover records from the left table. So around 9,194 records are those records which doesn't get returned or which have no information of return in the returns table. So these are the left records which do not have any consecutive record or any uh, respective records into this table. These are just leftover records. If you just scroll to the very left, you will not find those return information yes or no. So these are just these are just those records which got rejected, which were present into the left table but didn't got joined because they were not present into the right table. Similarly, right simply shows how many records which were present into the right table but are not present into the left table. So because there is a zero result, that means all the records which were present into the ordered tables got joined or are present into the returns table. So nothing, no leftover. Here there was a 9,000 leftover. That means these records doesn't got returned. And then here there's no leftovers because all the records which got returned are present into the sample superstore. And finally, the inner join. This is basically join. Neither this is join, neither that is join. These are just telling the leftovers. This is showing the inner join. So 800 records were there which actually got returned. Obviously, we have these duplicate records, but duplicate order IDs, but the orders are unique. So 800 records got rejected. So that's why they are showing as returned yes. So 800 records got returned, and that's why they are showing yes over there. These informations are present. So now this is the records which doesn't got returned. This is the records which got returned, and there is no such records which got returned but was never placed. That's not possible. Now this is very straightforward. If you want to give an inner join, if you want to create an inner join, it's very straightforward into the Alteryx. But what if you want to have a left outer join? That means you want to show these 800 records and this leftover records both. So left outer join means all the data from the left tables and matching data from the right tables as well. So 9,194 plus these 800 records I want to show. This is what left outer join do. Unfortunately, we can't do this thing using the inner join. People think that using these conditions or these conditions it's possible to get a left outer join or full outer join, but it's not possible using the join rules. So how we can get the left outer result or right outer result? To get those results, what you have to do is you have to use the union input. So there is no option to join these two things, or to get these left outer join or right outer join. But yes, we have a union option. I can union the record of this thing with this thing so that I can get the total records of 9994 which were coming from here. So all the records from here and matching records which are present over here. So that means my result set should be 9994. Nothing should get rejected. For that, I'll simply use the union. So the result of join, inner join, is sent into the union. And also I'll just drag and drop this left with this union tool. Sequence doesn't matter. You can first do left and then do the inner join, or vice versa. Sequence doesn't matter. So basically what you're doing, that result set of this data is getting appended by result set of this data. That's what's the difference between join and union is. Join just join two tables, whereas joins just join two tables or put two records together, whereas union simply append two records one after another. So we are simply appending the left over result and the inner join result to get the left outer join. This is your left outer join. Similarly, if you want to have a full outer join, you can just join all these three tables to the union. So that means all the three records are got appended and you are getting the right outer, oh sorry, full outer join. Accordingly, you can select right outer join, left outer join, full outer join. As of now, I just want left outer join, so I'll just delete this condition, extra condition. Just press delete, and this is my left outer join. I'll always recommend that whenever you want to see the result, always use this browser tool because it gives you more analysis about the result. You can also see the result directly from here, clicking over here, but it will give you more deeper analysis. So I'll just add the browser tool to analyze the final output. Also, before proceeding on to that, in the union also you have a lot of customization option. You can select how the two records should get union. In the left outer join, in the leftover, there was no return column, so obviously one column is missing from the leftover, while in the join there's one extra column got added which is returned. So you need to choose how these needs to get appended or union, because usually a union works when all the number of columns and and the sequence of columns are same. So that's why in the union condition there's multiple options. Auto configure by name, that means if the names are same, simply append them in a same column, or you can choose by position. If the names are not same, so first column needs to get appended after in the first column, second column needs to get appended into the second column. You can choose by position, or you can manually also move and choose the position. In our file, because the left, whatever column names present into the left are same into the right or into the join, so that's why I'm using this auto configuration by name. But still, if you want to do a manually, you can click onto the manually and you can select. So row id will get appended by row id, order id will get appended by order id, and there's just one column returned which is not present into the leftover into the number 2, so that's why it is blank, and that's why it's giving you a warning. Column 22 has unassigned fields, so this is blank. You can just ignore this warning. So you can use this manual to shift them across or arrange one after another as per your requirement, but because the names are same, so I'm just going by auto configuration by name. You can select that warning and continue processing records, because that means even if there is a warning, still proceed with the records. If you do not select this thing, because the columns numbers are not same in both the records, it could get failed. So always select the warning, still continue processing the records. Once we have managed all these settings, I'll simply run the workflow. All the steps are shown over here. You can quickly analyze these steps, how much records got processed, how much memory it's taking to store 909,094 records, what went over there, then what went over there, what's the final size. So again, you can simply see that 9,994 were the initial record, and because of left outer join, the end result is also 9,994. You can click onto this browser tool to see the final output. If I quickly go in the last column, you can see wherever there's no returned, it simply says null. That means it doesn't got returned. And whenever there's returned, whenever there's a return of items, it simply says yes. So this is how we have achieved left outer join. These are coming from the left tables, and these are coming from the join tables, inner join. So that's a left outer join. Also, when you use this browser tool, you get the more analysis over left side. So it tells how many records got present, how many total row IDs are there, how many records got returned. So if I search for the return field, so 800 records got returned out of 9,994 total records. Even you have this bar option there, you can select and you can get a nice visualization of these all entries, how many unique and how many different kinds of ship modes are there, and out of this 5,000 ship modes are standard class, 1,000 shipping are done using the second class, and all these analysis Alteryx do for you automatically. So this is how we have achieved the inner join. You cannot achieve the left outer join, full outer join directly using this join condition because it just give you left join, sorry, inner join. But any other kind of join you can use, you can get those kind of join using the union condition. Hopefully it has cleared your doubts regarding joins. If you have any suggestions, any questions, please do comment on the under the video and I'll try to cover into the next lecture. Thanks for watching.